straight into the action here. If you guys aren't familiar with OpTic Gaming on the map Freight, Scumpy has his way with people.
Yeah, Scumpy is pretty much a, they call him the king. He calls himself the king, and, self-declared the king. He is the king of Freight.
Yeah, he just understands this map. It's one of his favorite ones just because of all the gunfights he can force. And already he's going to push up there. He's going to have a one-on-one fight for this gap, and he's going to get shut down there. And now we're going to switch on board here to Nadeshot. Nadeshot, notorious for being one of the most sneaky players here in Blitz. And this whole push got thwarted, and now we're seeing Clayster, who's going to be basically playing an AR role, but with the sub here on Freight.
Yeah, and he gets taken down now as well. So Vitality holding up pretty strong there in mid-map. They haven't lost control just yet. Scumpy, had a good push off the break, but he goes down early. And now you see Broken pushing up with a teammate. Let's see if Vitality can actually make a push here. They have to be confident in their gunfights moving up against the map, against OpTic. That's something that they're going to have to do to win this map.
Yeah, well, I really like the fact that Vitality is actually pushing out the crates. You always want to keep pressure on the crates because once you start getting kills, they're going to spawn your enemy in the back white. And Broken has one, can't make it two, and now it's all up to Carnage, who's going to get shut down. And now we're going to jump on board here with Clayster, as we were saying, the OpTic Gaming
I'd
push.
actually like to jump on board with Proofy if you don't mind. Proofy, and something else that we got to mention is that Scumpy, he plays great on Freight, but Proofy is a mastermind as well. Proofy can single-handedly win matches for OpTic.
One.
There you go. Nadeshot being sneaky. And that's how this OpTic team works so well together. You have OpTic Proofy, you have OpTic Scumpy. Those guys just making plays and killing people all over the map. And then Nadeshot can get a free pass and run through and get a capture anytime he wants.
Yep, and now Proofy and the rest of the OpTic is completely turtled up here, relying solely on everyone to win their gunfights, and they're just going to be able to clean out Vitality all up to one member, which is going to be risking. Proofy shuts him down, and now they are going to start the cycle again as he's finally going to be cleaned up, jumping on board with Clayster.
Yeah, and I'd like to watch Proofy as much as possible when he spawns back in, just because I have a feeling he's just about to go off. When Proofy gets the other team in the spawn trap, it's so brutal, but right now Clayster's actually doing some work in the middle of the map. But you see Clayster, he's not really going to push this, right? He gets those 2 kills, but he kind of holds his position. Throws the best grenade of all time right there and just keeps on going.
Yeah, if you're Eli Manning. Clayster's going to get taken out here, jumping back on board with Proof. The young Usher, as I like to call him, gets one. Can he make it two? He has the ability to do it, and he's just going to be shut down just a little bit. I'm going to switch over to Vitality for a little bit and see how they plan on breaking out of this, as OpTic's going to deliver yet another cap, and that's going to be a nice 2-piece there for Broken. Yeah,
so now 2-0 the lead for OpTic Gaming, and they're actually doing a great job of holding Scumpy down. He's now 4 and 8, so if they can continue to do that, meanwhile putting in a couple captures, then this could be Vitality showing up pretty strong here in this blitz.
Yep, and Gotaga is actually going to try to be pushing around the back. That was Riskin. And now it's all up to Riskin to push out. And OpTic Gaming's been turtling so efficiently that they've been able to get map control. And that's something we don't see very often at all on Freight Blitz.
Yeah, no, OpTic's actually playing this very smart. Now you see Scumpy coming through with a big 2-piece, and anytime Scump gets a little angry because he's not at the top of the scoreboard, he starts to light it up. So 7 and 9 now for Scump. He's certainly made his way back. There is a player there for Vitality threatening the OpTic capture point, and now you see Scumpy going in. He can't make that 2-piece happen, but now you see OpTic putting another capture on the board while we were looking at that.
Yep.
It is now 3-0, 1 minute and 15 seconds left. But I do like the strategy out of OpTic right now. They're actually not giving Vitality anything, but they're also not being overly aggressive. So now they have that 3-0 lead on the board, and that's where you want to be.
Yep, and Broken's just going to get outshot there, and Nadeshot 3 and 7, make that 4 and 7, but he has 2 captures.
And finally, Vitality gets on the board, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, it was due. They've been doing so well, and 9 times out of 10, when you're pushing on the enemy's base, you're going to get a flag, a cap, and they haven't been able to do it. So things are starting to click here for this Vitality squad. Yeah, now you see Nadeshot being sneaky again. He's going underground, but there is a player meeting him there. That's going to be Gotaga from Vitality. Riskin picking up a kill in the feed as well. Now that's 4 down for OpTic Gaming. Nadeshot spawning back in, but certainly, here we go. OpTic's got to be very careful right now. Broken going for the spawn trap on OpTic. Can he actually make the plays? One player for OpTic going top Freight carts. And let's see, this is going to be a little bit of pouring on from Vitality. OpTic actually, they're trying to overextend right now and go for a capture instead. Yeah, they elected to go for the overextend, but the members here of Vitality are back, and now it's going to be Riskin. Riskin has a chance. 3 seconds. He might be able to bring this home and tie the game, and he does. 4-4 going into side 2. if this is a tie,
Yeah, this is
yeah, that's
It was getting pretty intense, but hats off to Vitality right there for setting up
Yeah.
that spawn trap. They did it effectively too. So they get 4 players from OpTic down, and many times you'll see teams try to set up that spawn trap and just fail and only get 1 capture out of all 4 down. And you know, Vitality took full advantage of that. Only Broken, I think, was slaying on the capture point, trying to get that one of those last points or captures in, and he just couldn't manage to do it. He got shot off. Heads up play out one of the OpTic members. I didn't see who it was, but nonetheless, 4-4 headed into the second side. And we're going to be on board with Proofy.
Yeah, Proofy and Clayster together, 27 kills and 2 caps. They are really pouring it on. Let's see how Proofy goes here. And a lot of people prefer to actually attack the crates on this map. So OpTic Gaming might be a little bit more at home, and that's going to be 3 members down for Vitality already. Make that all 4. Proof is going to be on the board instantly.
Yep, and Proofy with the heads-up play realizes his teammates got him. They got you, bro, and he's just going to run that in. So great cap out of Proofy, and now you're going to see Proof set back up here in the middle of the map. And this is what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
Scott, both you and I are saying it right now. Normally, Proofy would just keep running across the map, but no, he's setting up in a good vantage point to pick up those kills. And you see him picking up 2 right there. Can he pick up a 3rd?
He's going for this? Oh, he's crazy.
Yeah, well, he's tagged up right now. He's got to be careful because only a couple shots are going to take him down, but he's enough of a distraction for his teammates to pick up both of those kills. That's 3 down now for Vitality. OpTic looking strong.
Dude, OpTic Gaming's doing this very efficient turtle. They're just sitting in their base, but they're always managing to get 1 person out to get into midfield. Here comes another cap. We're going to jump on board with Nadeshot now, who is in a spot to really just get yet another one here. This is going to be 7-4 in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, look how sneaky he's being. See, he's just making sure that they ran out, and boom, another capture for Nadeshot.
Yeah, he was just sitting there cleaning the toilet, getting a good eye.
Yeah, and that's what Nadeshot does, man. I mean, that's all he needs to do in this position. The guy's playing amazing in S&D. He's basically carrying his team. But on this map, you know, his teammates are carrying him in the slaying department. All he has to do is just jump into the capture points. So that's exactly what he's doing. I mean,
He's gotta win this
6 and
battle.
12, but no,
Wow.
he doesn't even care. Boom, another capture, no problem.
Well, they actually end up trading here. Nadeshot's going to come back after capping, and now they do actually have to be a little bit worried because the members of Vitality are setting up a Congo line here in the OpTic base as finally they have control of it, and now they'll be able to make another push out.
Yeah, now Nadeshot actually put some shots in across the map, and there's a player pushing over to red for Vitality. And now you see Nadeshot going down the center of the map. He gets taken down, but Clayster's got his back right there, shutting down any of those Vitality players pushing on red side. There's one more. Clayster picks him up, and now another Vitality pushing that lane. So it looks like Vitality is desperately trying to get red control here and push that side of the map.
I kind of want to stay on board with Scump just for a bit to see what's going on with him. This is probably the lowest kills I've ever seen on a Scump on Blitz Freight ever.
Yeah, this isn't really working out for him. He gets tagged and naded right there. So now you see that Proofy's trying to go in for a capture. He gets taken down as well. This could actually be very bad news for OpTic Gaming right now if they don't manage to court the next line of Vitality players. So let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, now we're going to switch over to Broken and Vitality. You know, they do a good job at clearing OpTic out, but they have a hard time winning these mid-battle. And just like that, I mean, Broken win a huge 2-piece.
Yeah, they just won that mid-battle.
Yeah, sentences are fun and words are cool.
So here we go, Broken now picking up.
I gave up like mid-word. I was just like, I'm stupid.
Oh, Broken. No, Broken. Doesn't manage to make it go, but now you see it's going to be 9-8.
These are huge battles.
Yeah, this is Vitality taking the lead right here, Scott. So Gataga going off. I mean, that's what we're talking about. When Gataga starts going off, you got to watch out. Minute 30 left in this game. It's so close. Scott, I don't know who to call.
I don't either, but Riskin is able to get one, and I really like this play. He has a one-on-one here. He has to win this battle, and Scump's going to shut him down. Thwarts that attempt, and now, you know, it gets, when it's close, it gets so dicey because it's hard to decide if you want to overextend or not.
But here comes OpTic, so strong right now. Proofy picks up a big kill, one more, and that's going to be huge for OpTic Gaming. They're still making that push. He's got a teammate in tow. He does get taken out. And, oh, Nadeshot goes down as well, but OpTic's so close to taking the lead right here. Clayster gets taken out as well. Scumpy last alive here in middle map. He's going to be making a push, but now Vitality looking very strong. It's 9-9, 50 seconds left on the clock. Vitality looking like they're going to do it right here. Can they take the lead?
Look at this.
Broken going for that spawn trap.
Oh, Broken's going to go for the cap here, and that's going to put OpTic Gaming in a spot where they say, okay, guys, we got to pour it on. And you can just tell from the middle of the map, OpTic Gaming is going to swarm this base. We're going to jump on board. with, that's going to be Clayster. See how he does. Has one. Can he make it two? He's going to get stopped right before the goal line. And now we have Proof trying to be a little sneaky kitten, and I don't know if this is going to happen.
The beeps have started on the clock. 17 seconds left to go. It is tied. Proofy now looking to be the hero. He can actually do this right now. Jumping in, gets around all of them. 8 seconds left on the clock. And this one looks to be all over as nobody from Vitality is really threatening at the moment. 1 second left, and Proofy's the hero for OpTic Gaming as they close out Vitality here in London, 3-0.
That is a very ballsy play there from Proofy, but my God, that's